Everyone's trying to find someone to spend Valentine's Day with, or at least you might be trying to find people you want to spend Valentine's Day with altogether. And Overwatch has a seemingly large batch of eligible characters with a relationship status marked at single. With a diverse cast of characters with a spectrum of personalities, the universe comes alive with character interactions that show off rivalries, mutual interests, and strong bonds forged on the battlefield. Out of 23 heroes, they're bound to find something in common with someone. Sometimes that can build friendships, or even something more. Hi, I'm Kyle Stover with the Leaderboard, and today we're looking over Overwatch to list some of its top ships. So pop that wine bottle and light those candles, because it is a beautiful night to fall in love, and this is Overwatch Ships. Let's get started. Number 1. Reinhardt and Anna. Two old soldiers who went off and lived their lives, loved and lost, and are now meeting again. They aren't young, they aren't foolish, but there's a softness, a grace, a classic sense of love between them. Old feelings coming back, seeing old friends in a new light. There's a soft spot for the good old days, and they both know that life is short. Since Anna's release, these two have shown chemistry in their lines, so it was not long before the fandom started to ship these two as old partners and new lovebirds. In-game, these two work together like a well-oiled machine. Reinhardt is a big target to shoot with Anna's healing shots, as well as a prime target to get nano boosted to break a strong defense, while Reinhardt provides great cover for Anna and her lack of mobility. Curse these old knees. A lot of the best art found online shows that these two are a force to be reckoned with, or as a grandpa and a grandma of Overwatch and his younger characters, bringing cookies to all of their young teammates and scolding those who misbehave. Number 2. Lucio and Eva. Young, optimistic, and both of them are true to themselves and their passions. These international superstars have millions of adoring fans, but to them, there's only one person who stands out in the crowd. Two of Overwatch's youngest heroes, these two are of similar interests, occupations, and ages. They are also fans of each other's work, as we have found, and ask for each other's autograph in-game.
Diva in the flesh! Woo! Can I get your autograph?
Only if I could get yours too. I love your new album.
Supports and tanks go together like peanut butter and jelly. Protect the support, and the support will keep up the jams. For extra fun, try syncing Lucio and Diva's dancing emotes. I promise you will not regret it. While a collaboration of their work would be a wonder to behold, their artwork often shows these two doing normal things you'd expect 20-somethings to be doing. Playing video games, taking selfies, sharing snacks, watching Netflix, and maybe some chillin'. No matter what activity they're doing, there's one thing constant in their art. They're both smiling, and they're both smiling with million-dollar smiles. They're young, maybe even foolish, but they're positively uplifting people, and birds of a feather flock together. Speaking of birds, next ship is number 3. Farah and Mercy. A brave soldier fighting for justice, a medic hoping for the world to heal. They see the best of the world through each other. A chance to be human, a chance to unwind, a chance to forget about the pains of the past. They protect each other, keep each other safe, and they keep the skies clear together. The only two characters capable of staying aloft for long periods of time, these two make a dangerous combo in the air, and have been used in tandem since the game's earliest days. The two have in-game dialogue referencing this combo, and it's hard to tell which came first, the chicken or the egg. Mercy's lines like, "I got you," become a bit sweeter when the person you're saying them to also seems to be closer. And after you've just helped them get a 15-player kill streak, they're going to be exceptionally thankful, and they'll have to repay you somehow. This ship seems to focus on them being two professional adults with a side life where they relax, laugh, and love after the battle is over. Mercy is gorgeous, and she knows it, and she'll often flaunt it just for Farah in the comics, while Farah is a ripped soldier in great athletic shape who gets to unwind and be human around Angela. Some of the art focuses on their physical beauty, one often flustering the other, while others take the time to show a deep understanding of the other's stress and upbringing. Number 4. Genji and Mercy. A playboy millionaire who had everything he could have ever wanted in surplus finds himself cut down in his youth by his brother's sword. Fallen in battle, saved by a Valkyrie. Maybe she saved him because she had to, and maybe she protects him because she wants to. She saw the best in him long before he did. She gave him more than a new body. She gave him a second chance. That's right, we're talking about both of the major Mercy ships here. The beauty of shipping is that everything can be canon until proven otherwise. While in-game Genjis get a bad reputation for spamming the "I need healing" button, these two can actually make a pretty deadly combo. Have you ever had a Genji getting damage boosted while using his Dragon Blade? It's not something you want to be on the receiving end of, believe me. Whether through Genji loving his caregiver or Mercy falling for her patient, there's a sort of fresh start romance here. Genji was left with nothing, given a second chance at life, and leaves his life of crime behind for Mercy, the straight-edge do-gooder healing angel. A lot of artwork also loves to point out how Mercy did give Genji his sweet ass. Number 5. Junkrat and Roadhog. It started as a contract. They traveled the world together, getting into all sorts of trouble. In the wasteland of the Australian fallout, there's no room to be soft. You have to be abrasive to be tough. But maybe, just maybe, that shell is starting to crack. Junkrat and Roadhog were released together as a duo right out the gate. They have the lines, the friendship, the history, and of course, the same theme. Their playstyles don't quite complement each other the same way other combos might, but together they dish out a lot of damage and crowd control. Ironically, they can also be pretty good counters to each other too. Be warned, if you hook a Junkrat, you better have your heal at the ready, or you're gonna deal with a lot of grenades at your feet blowing you to kingdom come. You can't deny that these two argue like an old married couple. In the fan art, their age is often overlooked, as Roadhog barely acts his age, and Junkrat in some ways acts older than he is, believe it or not. Junkrat's bubbly, cheerful personality is delightful, but sure, it can get exhausting. Roadhog is less impulsive, calmer, and quieter. They seem like two people who couldn't be in a room together for longer than a few hours, but under it all, there's a connection that shows why they stick together. That's what their art really focuses on. Their travels, their adventures, and the romance bubbling underneath it all. Number 6. Mae and Zarya. To survive in the cold, you must have a blazing passion within you. An Olympic athlete and a lead scientist in her field. They may have never met if not for being thrown into the strangest circumstances. Maybe it's luck that these two met, but maybe, just maybe, it's fate. Mae and Zarya both have a background in cold climates, a passion that shines through their character, and a personality that just makes you want to give them a big hug. That is, when they're not pitted against you, in which case they can be some of the most annoying heroes in foiling your plans. Mae and Zarya art is often showcasing Zarya carrying Mae bridal style, which is just downright adorable. Sometimes they're showing the other their culture, sometimes they're introducing the other to their passion, and sometimes Zarya seems dominant, and sometimes it's Mae that seems dominant. The artwork style changes, but the love is always apparent. Number 7. Widowmaker and Tracer. For a woman who says she feels no emotions, she gives a lot of attention to Tracer, and why not strive for it? If everyone is invisible to her and she cares for nothing, maybe being an annoyance is just the start of bringing back Amelia. In-game Tracer can be hard to pin down by a single bullet, while she is also equipped to get across the map to those sniper ledges rather quickly. They sort of counter each other rather than work together, but they also don't have to. If you have to deal with a skilled sniper pinning you down while also having to deal with an annoying Tracer shooting you in the butt, constantly looking over your shoulder, you're probably not going to have time to watch the Reinhardt that's walking through your defenses. Arguably, these two were the first characters we saw interact in the Overwatch world. Widowmaker and Tracer made the first Overwatch ship in an opposite-attract sort of angle. They even got 2 cinematics together. One is very optimistic, and the other is very pessimistic. Tracer is often shown bringing out the emotions in Widowmaker. Oddly, a lot of the art depicts Widowmaker surprising Tracer. The introduction of Emily, Tracer's girlfriend, has done little to slow the engines of this ship. Number 8. Symetra and Junkrat. Chaos, law, destruction, creation, order, discord, unity. One does not exist without the other. Legends of past have made the embodiments of these two forces lovers, and this one is no exception. There is an art to what these two can accomplish, and both of them are masters of their craft. If you're trying to take an enemy defensive position, you have to be watching out for a lot of things, but one of the scariest moments is knowing that you just walked into a trap. Whether it's a bear trap or a death room, these two both have an area denial tool that can force a team back or down an alternate route. These two can work together even when they aren't side by side. In art, these two also play the trope of opposite attract, similar to that in the episode of Futurama where Fry's such a slob it's like he's a bad boy. There's a brashness to Jameson Fox, but he's also a self-taught genius of explosives who somehow made a self-driving tire out of spare parts in the Outback. Satya is a rigid, by-the-rules girl, but she also handles problems in person by hand. Both of them are dangerous, innovative, and creative, with a backstory implying that they've lost everything, but maybe they can find something new in each other. Number 9. McCree and Hanzo. A man of the Wild West who grew up as a thief, meets a man from the Far East with a sort of elegance and grace behind a dead stare. They both lost a lot and run from a dark past, but maybe together they can find a new life in someone who knows their struggle. Both of these characters require some good aim, but when their crosshairs align with your head, they can make some quick work of you. Their ultimate abilities start with cries that can strike fear into their enemies' hearts, but have also been the butt of many jokes. The Halloween event Junkenstein's Revenge put these two together for some great interactions and voice lines. Do you like handsome guys with facial hair kissing each other? Do you like them to be hardcore and dangerous, but also blush when they say cute, sweet nothings to each other? Well, then this is the ship for you. Both in great shape, probably. This ship's been kicked into overdrive since the voice of McCree, Matt Mercer, showed support for it at BlizzCon 2016. Even before then, though, the artwork of these two loved to show them dropping their tough exteriors around each other. Often embarrassing each other, they share stories, cultures, and sometimes even clothes to varying reactions. And lastly, number 10, Soldier 76 and Mercy. Or rather, Dad 76 and Mama Mercy. A woman who wants to get everyone out alive, getting tied to a man who takes care of everyone. Both have a heart of gold, but one tries to hide it under a rough exterior, while the other wears it on her sleeve. They fight for each other and what's left of their family, with a ferocity that only a parent knows. Soldier 76 pumps out the damage, but often exposes himself, which is where Mercy shines, keeping her teammates up and pumping them up to make Soldier 76 a wrecking ball on the battlefield. Then, if Mercy starts to get targeted, Soldier 76 can drop his biotic field to kickstart Mercy's recovery. A pocket Mercy on a skilled soldier can truly be an unstoppable composition. For the people who find that relationships are hard, here's a simple, uncomplicated one. He's a cool man, she's a good woman, and they work together. She helps him get back on his feet and strives for the greater good. There's a deeper stress there with life and death, trying to make the world a better place, but always have to fight. He won't quit no matter how many times he gets knocked down, and she won't stop caring no matter how many times she has to watch him die and worry. It's once again complicated with the ages, but people often look past it in artwork, being that Soldier 76 looks a lot younger than he's probably supposed to, and given that he's a super soldier pump full of chemicals, is probably going to stay that young for longer than he should. They both are tired but parental to a lot of younger characters. Or, you know, vanilla mom and dad angle. They both are tired but parental to a lot of the younger people. Sometimes literally, and the artwork will show them off as their kids, and sometimes will be more of a father figure to the younger recruits of Overwatch in their proper ages. This ship can be a bit of a sillier one, with some adorable artwork and comics to go with it. Once again, I'm Kyle Stover, and thanks for watching Overwatch Ships. Did we miss any ships that you know? Comment below and let us know. And check out some of our other videos by clicking the links in the description and the annotations. And if you like getting more from your games, please subscribe to The Leaderboard, where we help you game smarter.